Hey y'all, how are ya? Surprise, I'm back. So if this is your first time here at my channel, my name is Sarah. This is my channel, Stitching by Sarah. This is a channel about cross stitch. Today it's got just a little bit more than cross stitch, but it's crafty type stuff. So how have y'all been? I hope you've been good. I've been good. Had a wonderful time in Scotland. Haven't done a lot of stitching, but I have some stuff to show you, so I thought I'd pop in, and a couple of people have checked in on me to make sure I'm okay, and I'm fine. I'm just a busy girl. My featured FFO this week is, this is just a rescue piece. Bought it in, I bought it last year when I went up to New York State to the class with my needle. Way up north, New York State. I can't think of the name of the town. Anyways, my husband found this in an antique store. It's from 1950 from Denmark. It looks like it's just a hanky that's been mounted. So this hangs on my wall right over here. I have a whole bunch of them that I need to get hung up. This is my FFO. Look at that. I like the windmill. Look at that. Sorry for the glare. So that's my featured FFO this week. That was a rescue from about a year ago. All right, so initially when I started getting ready for this video, I saw that I had 5 bags in my little container that I keep my projects that I work on in. And then as I started pulling them out, I realized that I forgot that for the trip, I took parts from kits from my bags and put them in these bags here to make traveling easier. And so I only have 3 projects to show you. That's okay. So my first project that I worked on this before I went to Scotland, was Little House Needleworks ABC Sampler. And I don't know if I have a video or a picture or not of beforehand. If not, that's okay. I think I dumped a lot of pictures before I went on vacation to make room on my phone, so I probably don't have a before picture. But this is what I worked on. And don't even ask what I worked on. That was like a month ago. My guess would be the house. But this is where I'm at on this. The fabric is Doubloon by Picture This Plus. And the floss, I believe, let's see, is it my own conversion or... No, it looks like I may be using the called for. So that's where that's at now. And then, so the last 2 projects are the ones I took with me to Scotland. Only one of them I really worked on. The other one I worked on here at the house. So this is Stitch with the Housewives, Home is Where the Wreath Is. And this is as far as I got on the H. So I know this part I completed. And I started working on that part because my needle is right there from, it's still loaded. So that's, I've got H almost done. And if you've been here before, you've seen that my M has been started. So that I can just go and fill it in. And those little notches there are every 10 stitches, just so I can count easier. So that's where Home is Where the Wreath Is. And the last project I worked on, you have not seen yet. This is the Stitch Along with Forbidden Fiber Co. You remember that I was going to do a Stitch Along with Forbidden Fiber Co. Called Clue. It was their Halloween. It was to start October 1st. So let me show you. The fabric is called Conservatory. And I got the 16 count Ada. That's the color. And look how much I've got done. So on both sides of the house is the tree, and it's got the little clue pieces. So it'll be one over here. Up here's the border that says Clue. Down here is another border, and underneath this is all the weapons like the rope, the wrench, and all that stuff. So this is actually what I worked on when I was in Scotland. I got quite a bit of it done. And this is all the floss that came with it. There you go. Here's that one. My guess is that's a border. And they have clue names. This one is Professor Plum. This is probably, oh, that's Wrench. Billiards room. Candlestick. Let's see. The green that I'm working with is, oh yeah, billiard room is the green that I'm working with to put the leaves in at the moment. So that is where it's at. And that's all my stitching. So my daughter and I went to the Houston Quilt Show yesterday. We love looking at all those quilts. Those quilts are like, they're like looking at art. They're so pretty. I did buy a couple of things. I am very novice quilter. So one of the first things we saw, they seem to have it set up backwards than what I thought. I thought the far right side as you walk in was where the quilts were, and then on the left side was all where you know, all the shops and stuff. We walked in and went to the right and went right into the shopping area, which we tend to do the quilts first and then go into the shopping area, but that's okay. So one of the first shops we went into, they had these quilts on the wall, and they had little lights in them. And Sierra and I'm like, ooh ah, which one do we want? So I actually bought this one, and it's applique. I've never appliqued before, so I'm going to try that. So scattered throughout the pattern are these little lights, the little Christmas lights that twinkle. So I'm going to work on that. I'm going to figure that out. And then this is also new to me. There was a little shop by Stitching by the River, and she has embroidery. And I've had a chart here that I gave away to somebody, but then I saw these and I absolutely loved them. So this one is vintage pin cushions. And this one is thimbles. And it looks like what you do is, oh, and I bought the tea dyed fabric. I got 2 yards of it from her. And it looks like her instructions are really easy. It looks like you trace the design onto your fabric, and then you just make little stitches. So I am going to try that. So this is, she has an Etsy shop. Oh, Etsy shop is Stitching by the River. And actually, there is her QR code. If you want to freeze the video and take a picture of that, go for it. She has all sorts of different designs for embroidery. So we're going to try that. All right, all that in 10 minutes. Oops, let me show you. My coloring cotton for October came in. My November should be coming in shortly. Coloring cotton, the floss of the month. So that's the colors. We have Land of Snow, Nutcracker Prince, Fritz, I am sensing a theme, Cavalier, and Clara. Isn't that a pretty red? All right. All right, Scotland was awesome. It was cold, a little too cold for me. I'm going to go back again when it's warmer. Part of our trip was canceled because of the weather. They were having really bad weather over there. We were supposed to go to Orkney, which is the islands, the isle that's up north. The ferry to the island was closed due to all the bad weather, so they rearranged our trip. We went with a tour company, and they made all the new arrangements and everything. We just got on the bus and went where they took us. So that was really nice. So I got to go back to go see Orkney. And the heather, although it was pretty, it wasn't the purple heather. The heather at that point, it was fall. So they said that the heather goes from purple to a gold color in the fall. So I've got to go back when the heather is purple because, you know, purple is my favorite. So I got to go back to Scotland. The day that we left, they were having horrible flooding. Horrible. I'm surprised that we were able to get out. But the bands of bad weather were below us and north of us. So we were able to get out without any problems. Prayers definitely for all of those people with flooding. I don't know if you guys in England, if you were having flooding too, but I know up in oh, I forgot the name of the town. It's like a county, like Inverness and up in there on the west side, no, east side, they were having flooding. So I'm going to put at the end of this video some pictures. I did take pictures of needlework. There was one castle with one sampler. There were a couple of places where they had needlepoint. And then there was one other castle. I love this. The Duke of Athol's castle. I don't remember what the actual castle name is, but Atholl, Duke of Athol. Like a teenager here with that name. His castle, they did have needlepoint, cross stitch, all that under glass with the fabric covering it to keep the light off of it. They had several pieces. So at the end of this video, I will do a little like a little video of the needlepoint cross stitch that they had there that I did see. I did go into an antique shop and there was an antique sampler, but it was on one of those tall stands. And so I didn't know how I was going to get that home. So I said, nope, can't do it. I did get a couple of cross-stitch related items out in Scotland. I didn't see any store that's cross-stitch related in any of the towns that we went to. But in some of the little souvenir shops, they had a couple of cross-stitch stuff. So there's the wee Highland Coup. This is a teeny tiny little cross-stitch kit. Comes with everything. So I bought one of them for me. And then the thistle is their flower. So I got this little kit. Comes with the whole stuff, all of the stuff. And then there is this, isn't this just too cute? It is a Thomas Joseph cross-stitch embroidery kit. Let's see, it says, "You are my sunshine," EWE, are my sunshine. Oh, that one right there. And that's just too cute. And then on our trip, we stopped on our way to Ullapool at, I don't remember the name of the town. Kinlochewe, maybe? And there was this, it's all for sale. The local elementary school kids were selling these to earn some money. So, you know, got to help out the little local school kids. Oh. Let's show it a little bit at a time here. There's that. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. We didn't see any seals. Did see a lighthouse. The what's that bird? That bird. Didn't see any of them. I think they're supposed to be on Orkney. Did see several shaggy cows. They have little red squirrels there. They do have an elk in one of the locations. He's a tamed elk out in the wild. Apparently something happened to him, and the local people were taking care of him, hand feeding him and all that stuff, and then they released him out. Well, now he hangs around a parking spot and people feed him. He loves cookies. One day, I think my favorite day of all was the day of all the rainbows. Every time we turn around, there'd be a rainbow. It would rain, it would clear out, and then we'd have a rainbow, and then it'd rain and clear out, and we'd have a rainbow. We'd have partial single rainbow, we have a full bow. We'd have partial double rainbows. We have full bow double rainbows. I watched a double bow rainbow go from here, went all the way around down to here, and then it started raining on me. There was one town where the rainbow was on our right, and so our driver said, "Why don't we go this way, head towards the rainbow?" He had a place that he thought maybe if we got there, we'd turn around and we could see the rainbow from the other end. We did. It's my favorite picture. I'll put that in among the pictures. And actually that rainbow, we saw the rainbow coming towards us and getting brighter. And then it started raining on us. So had a wonderful time. Didn't want to leave, but I was ready to come home by the time it was time to come home. But definitely going back. Truly enjoyed it. It is so pretty out there. And the people, they're so funny. So I think that's about it. Husband's good. I think in between the time that I talked to you last, he had to have a procedure because he had fluid on his heart. The doctors drained quite a bit of fluid. I had to leave for Scotland. He came out of the hospital same day. But he's doing good. He's back to work. I'm good. Mom and sister are good. Everybody's good. Daughter's good. Son's good. It is beautiful weather here today. Like 70s, low humidity. It is perfect. We don't get this type of weather very often here. So I am going to get this video uploaded and I've got a lot of housework to do. So I will talk to you all again. I don't know when I will be back to see you because with this new job, I don't stitch as much as I used to because I don't have as many free days off. So I will see you when I see you. Feel free to, if you miss me, feel free to send me a note in Instagram or email or on YouTube. I love hearing from you guys. So I will let you all go and enjoy the video that I'm going to tag on here with all the needlepoint that I saw in Scotland, and I'll throw in some rainbows. All right, bye guys.